Hi, Leo. I am doing another energy check for you. We're going to do the Old Wise Tree spread. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And we are calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light. Ooh, because I don't want to talk to anybody else. I swear, the guides tonight have been throwing things. Okay. So Leo, 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 here we go. Old Wise Tree. We're starting off with the star, the Hierophant. Let's see what we got going here. Okay, Leo. The first thing that I'm noticing is the big picture, and the big picture is talking about being on a completely new journey or starting a journey that you're familiar with Buddha eyes or the eyes of a child. So it's like learning a different layer of your experience. So that's what's coming up, learning a different layer of your experience. I feel like you're starting something new, starting a new relationship, starting a trip, starting a job, starting something new, but it's something that you know, but you're starting it with a different, kind of with a different attitude, is what I'm feeling. Coming from this place where you've done a lot of healing and you've also been on the path, this is your highest and your greatest good. And you've been placed on this path, and there's some kind of connection with that. Like you're recognizing your connection with it, or you're realizing this is my true path, whether I'm super excited about it or not. This is it's like connecting with purpose. And I want to go right to your advice around that too, because this sticking with this path and connecting with purpose is bringing you to a lot of prosperity. This is like, take this opportunity, and this is like a really high value opportunity. And the high value can come in as something material, but it's also any kind of resource that you are wanting. Take this opportunity. And this is also grounding into this life purpose. I want to look, I keep wanting to go to the heart of the situation, but your higher self is pulling me over here. Your higher self is like, you've worked really hard for what it is that you have. You've worked really hard in a lot of different ways for all of these resources: time, energy, effort, love, money, information, education, all those things that are resources. And here you are continuing to tend to it. What this also is talking about, which is interesting because this just came up the other day and it's coming back in now. Here you are. If any of you are actually going on a journey, like an actual trip, or even, you could be going across town ultimately, but sometimes this has to do with going on some kind of adventure or trip, going away from your home to a different place. This can also be you working with your soul pod, and your soul pod and you have come in to be a crystal grid of the crystalline grid that is you. So you are your own crystal, your soul pod, whether you have met them. Some of them we meet in our incarnation and sometimes we don't, but you've come in and you have this whole idea of different places where you were going to grid together, and where you go is very synchronistic. And this is also a part of working on that crystal grid or working on some kind of healing endeavor, healing community, whether you're super aware of it or whether you're not. Whenever we go somewhere, there's a reason why we're pulled to the different places that we go. Whether you're just kind of surprised, you're just going to show up over here because of some weird thing that happened and your job sends you there, or you actually plan a vacation. But there's something going on here where there's life purpose, there's your highest and your greatest good. There's this new endeavor that's starting up, and It seems like it has to do with actual location. Here you are taking an offer. Now we're getting to the heart of the situation. The heart of the situation is like one door closed. And when this door closed, it opened you up to your higher self and learning a lesson or connecting with this lesson that you have learned so that you can take this offer or take this new opportunity that the universe is offering you. Your angels and guides are talking about you moving in clarity. So having a lot of complete clarity of mind in order to go forward with action. This is releasing how you feel about, it's like releasing, it's like don't follow your heart this time. Follow, okay, this is exactly the opposite of what I always say. Follow your truth. This is your truth. Your heart might feel actually a little bit nostalgic right now. And this is releasing some kind of nostalgia and going with your truth, the thing that you know as your truth. That's really interesting that that's coming up. I even feel weird saying it, but it could have been something that was really good in the past that you have a lot of love for, that you're having to perhaps move away from for some reason. You have resistance in not going, however. And the resistance is there because it's your truth. You've connected in with your divine path and your divine truth. And I do want to say this could be an actual move, but it could also be an adventure. It doesn't mean you have to move out of your house, but it could. It's some kind of divine opportunity that does feel like it's a brand new journey. And it's star crossed. It's like something, it's like there's certain times in our life where everything's going a certain way, and then you hit a bookmark or a certain place in your timeline where all of a sudden things change, or all of a sudden you're directed in a completely different way or directed in a really passionate way. So you know exactly what that path is. And it feels like that is what's happening right now. So past, present, future. Oh, here's that thing, the thing that you're releasing, the thing that you're letting go. And here it is. And you feel it in your heart. And present time energy, there's something about not moving forward from something or not going through the rite of passage just yet. It's like you're saying that the bridge isn't there just yet. If you haven't hit that bridge just yet, I feel like you're going to be. It's like so right around the corner. And this trajectory is talking about you no longer being an apprentice, you no longer working really hard for something that you really, really want. This is you being the expert at this thing. This is you taking this opportunity or being the expert at this, being the expert at what? Tell me. There's this thing about going back and forth again with all this tangible stuff. It's being an expert at creating this grid for yourself or creating this foundation for yourself. This is also about living in two different worlds, 3D, 4D, 5D. And I know that's three, but 3D, 4D, or 5D. Let's just say that. And this is about you going back and forth, as above, so below. This is about you manifesting this thing forward. I also feel like this is very much something that you already created before you got here, like the bookmark in your timeline. You're doing this because it's your time to do this. Let me ask more about this journey and this Fool card. And all right, so part of this has to do with trusting your intuition and trusting yourself. This is a journey to understanding your own intuition, to really listening to the things that aren't necessarily spoken, and they're coming from within you and your higher self, perhaps your guides too, but they're not coming from other people who are talking to you. They're not coming from what other people think you should be doing, or even other people who think they know who you are. This is coming from your truth. Tell me more about this journey. Wow. Okay. So on one hand, this is a journey to divine partnership. I do see this card as divine partnership. However, I also see this card as the 10th chakra, masculine and feminine coming together, healing, duality, bringing yourself into wholeness, wholeness awareness. This is putting you on some kind of platform, some kind of quantum field that you're understanding, that you're healing, and it's helping you manifest. Ooh, two just came out. This is about manifesting things in the past that were what you thought that you wanted, but it's not what you wanted. And you're having a brand new passionate beginning in finding your truth, in following your real truth, your real path. And this, okay, I want to say this. I'm asking about this King of Swords and your real truth. This is pursuing something or someone that you love, or some place that you love. It is a truth. It's just having to leave things that you have loved in the past behind. But this is taking that offer from the universe and pursuing something that you love, knowing that it's your truth. I really love that, Leo. I want to take a look at some more advice for you. And your advice is talking about really looking deeply into your dreams. So as above, so below. Oh, really looking into that 4D stuff. What's going on in your dreams? What are you dreaming about? Who are you talking to in your dreams? What's the symbology going on there? It's so interesting. This card feels so, these cards together look so similar. It's like you're going to be finding a lot of stability and symbology in your dreams that you can follow. This is your intuition. I wouldn't be surprised, Leo, if you're having prophetic dreams right now. And this is also about releasing soulmate and karmic relationships, maybe relationships from childhood or relationships that you've had for a really super long time, but you know it's time to move forward. And this is also fighting for what you believe in, fighting for what you want. This is also competition energy. Sometimes it's my marketing card, like you putting your best energy forward into a situation, into a group of people. It feels exciting, especially since it's your advice card. This is an exciting forge forward of energy. And with this being in your big picture, it's like taking this big, huge, passionate new beginning. Possibly, I feel like a lot of you might make a move and find a passionate new relationship even, or it's possible that you're making a move for a relationship, but it's time. It doesn't have to be relationship related though, just saying. I want to look more at the outcome, and then we'll look at some energy you don't see coming. The outcome is talking about, first of all, becoming an expert or recognizing your expertise in how you're manifesting and in how you're living 3D and 4D at the same time. Maybe even living, like really following your intuition, getting a message and then following that message, getting another one and then following it. This is about dreams again. And this is also about meditation. It's also about recuperation, and it's a blessing card. So there's a lot going on here in the dream world, the 4D land here, in the astrals. There's a lot of astral work happening. Ooh, and you're not done with it. Here is the death card, but it's being in transition with it. So I almost feel like it's just starting. It may have been going on for some time, but there's something that's just starting, and you're going to get a lot of information having to do with visiting, doing work, and healing work in the astrals. I want to see what's happening now and into the near future. So here you are, accepting this offer, receiving this message, receiving this offer. What else? And here you are speaking your truth. You're speaking up about this, and it's like, if this is competition energy, you're letting someone know, yes, I want this. And I know how to do it. This is also you leaving some kind of difficult situation. It's come full circle and you're leaving this cycle. A difficult cycle is ending. And here you are doing a lot of research about what this new endeavor is going to entail. Tell me about this Hierophant, learning this lesson from the past, closing a door, and then walking through a new one. I want to know silly about this lesson, but this is also about you checking in and really connecting with your higher self. And this very possibly has to do with a counterpart. This can be a boss. This can be you being the boss. This basically is you taking control of your life, of your finances, of your resources. This is you in control of, I'm hearing your destiny and your future. This is you making a decision that is sound because you're being action oriented and pursuing something that you know is right for you. I love this, Leo. All right. I am going to take a look at energy you don't see coming in relation to what's going on here. What does Leo need to know? And we've got main male, main female. All right. There's the Lover's card for you. This person came up as a possible divine counterpart. And so it does feel like masculine and feminine, healing duality, bringing things into wholeness. There's definitely confirmation there and validation there. Let's take a look at this. We've got bad health, journey, and mature man. This is kind of interesting since this whole journey thing happened. And sometimes when we go on short trips, it affects our grid, our crystal grid. There are reasons why we go to different places at different times in our lives. So bad health can sometimes actually mean bad health and making a journey because perhaps someone who's older is needing assistance and you're going to travel for that. That's a possibility. Bad health for me also sometimes means like a bad conflict in a relationship or some kind of conflict that brings you to a journey and has to do with this can be an older mature man. However, there's no gender in tarot, so take that as it resonates for your situation. However, during this journey, it seems like this couple, it's a very possible pairing. And it might be some kind of journey that you're not exactly expecting. So that kind of came up earlier as well. Let's take a look at some moonology and see what else is coming up here. What do your guides want to tell you? It's time to take action. Yep, a new romantic cycle begins. And you are good enough. That's so interesting since that expert card is coming out. Know your stuff. You know your stuff. You are good enough. Say yes to the dress. Okay. Love you, Leo. I'll talk to you soon in your next reading. See you later.